Hey everyone, just want to take you through a bit of a breakdown of our drum machines and drum sounds on our cover of Wicked Game by Chris Isaac. Let me just play for you guys first the sound of all the drums all together, including the drum machines, including the live kit, including everything. Alright, so the entire production started off with one of our favorite drum machines. This is the Drum Tracks, Sequential Circuits Drum Tracks. It's this one. This is 1984 when it came out. It's one of the first, if not the first, drum machine to include MIDI. It's got all the sounds creating the foundation for the tracks. We got the snare and the kick, and the hi-hats and the crash cymbal running off of this. Here's what that sounds like. But it felt like it needed maybe a bit of sort of environment and almost like it was being played in an actual room. So we had Zach overlay an actual drum set playing the same pattern, and we used that drum set to kind of give it the ambience. So here's what it sounds like. Okay, now with that as the foundation, it was time to use maybe some other drum machines, and so we started with the Roland TR-707, classic Roland drum machine, 1985, and we used it like very sort of minimally just for the snare drum sound to layer on top of the drum tracks. Here's what that sounds like. A very familiar snare sound because you hear the 707 in a lot of music. Next we have the Roland CR-5000. This is this one. This is from 1981, so it predates the other ones by quite a few years. And the sound of this one was quite different from the other ones. The other ones are kind of quintessential 1980s drum machine sounds that are based on recorded samples. This one makes all of its sounds like internally with like circuitry. So it's a bit of more of a creative sound if you want to kind of think of it that way. And it sounds quite a bit more retro, let's say. Here's the conga and the clave and the hi-hat that we used from that drum machine. Right, so a little less realistic maybe, but more creative. Those sounds work together really well with more traditional drum sounds because they don't try to emulate them, they just kind of add their own flavor. Okay, and lastly, we use the Electro-Harmonix DRM32. Really love this drum machine, and unfortunately it's getting fixed right now, so I don't have it on me. But it's a really kind of cute little sort of tiny drum machine with some really wild sounds that really sound almost nothing like what a drum set sounds like. There is something called the space drum in it. I love the sound of it, and I try to use it as much as possible. I kind of juice the volume on it, and it's got this like do-do-do-do-do kind of thing that is really fun, so let's have a listen to that. And you can hear a lot of the rest of it. It has that kind of real lo-fi, kind of old school drum machine quality to it that is quite different than some like the drum tracks or one of the more like 80s inspired ones. So here's all the drum machines then all together, including the drum tracks. That sounds like this. And we really want to have some drum fills, but we wanted the drum fills to feel sort of larger than life and have a different kind of texture and timbre than what was already there. So we got our friend Yali to come into the studio, and she played a bunch of drum fills on an actual acoustic drum set. So here is everything, including the room mics that we used from Zach's drum set, including Yali's fills, and a percussion track that's just got a shaker and some hand claps in there. If you haven't heard our cover of Wicked Game yet, go check it out, and hope you enjoyed this breakdown of our favorite drum machines.